Hey, what's going on, Dodgers Nation? Doug McCain here. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMAC_LA. If you haven't yet, you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more Dodgers content, smash that like button. And as always, I'm with your takes down below in the comment section. Today's Dodgers Nation question of the day. Are you at all worried about Walker Buehler, and do you think he's experiencing some arm fatigue? I want all your takes down below in the comment section. And also, do you think we're going to get lights out Buehler in the postseason? And who would you pick between him and Max Scherzer if the Dodgers had to play in that one-game wild card? Let me know down below in the comment section. And for all the latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. So just weeks ago, Walker Buehler was the favorite to take home the NL Cy Young Award, and then he had that rough start up in San Francisco. Hasn't looked as sharp of late, and one of the reasons, I think, is that innings count continues to climb up. He set a new career high this year. He's at 192 innings pitched. His previous career high was 182 and a third. That was back in 2019, and this year with still a few starts left to go, he's already matched his career high at 30 games started. And of those 30 games started, 15, he's gone at least 6 innings. 13, he's gone at least 7 innings. His two shortest outings, he went 5 against the Marlins in Miami, and then his shortest outing of the year came against the San Francisco Giants up in the Bay Area a few Sundays ago, and that was the most runs he had ever given up since 2019. He gave 6 earned runs in that game. We're going to look at some pitches from that outing in just a second, but Butane is among the league leaders in innings pitched this year. He currently ranks 4th in all of Major League Baseball with those 192 innings. So one, it's a really good thing that Walker Buehler has proven once again that he can go wire to wire, and he can pitch the entire season, and he can give you quality. He can be one of the best pitchers in the league, but how will that hurt the Dodgers potentially in the postseason if Butane is out of gas? Well, if you look at his last 4 starts, he has a 5.09 ERA, a 130 whip, a 256 batting average against, a 438 FIP, a 490 SIERA, a 16.5 K percentage, a 7.2 walk percentage in 23 innings pitched. Up until those last 4 starts, he had a 2.02 ERA, a 3.04 FIP, a 3.62 SIERA, a .92 whip, a 27.1 K percentage, a 6.4 walk percentage, and a 186 batting average against. So the first thing that really sticks out there, other than the ERA, of course, is you look at that dip in K percentage, going from 27.1% down to 16.5%. Now the question is he starting to wear down a little? Is he experiencing a little bit of dead arm? Well, if you look at his start up in San Francisco, it was his first clunker of the season. He goes just 3 innings, throws 53 pitches, and of those 53 pitches, 12 were cutters. That was 23%. 10 were changeups, 19%. 10 were sliders, 19%, and then 10 were fastballs. So he only threw 19% fastballs in that game. And if you look at the velocity of those fastballs, they were down 1.1 miles per hour. He averaged 94.3 on the heater. His yearly average up until that point was 94 miles per hour. So to me, it looked like when you saw that game, he wasn't just throwing it by guys like we've seen Walker Buehler in a big game. Now, we've seen a little dip in velocity this year. Like I said, he's averaging 95.4 miles per hour on the heater. Last season, he was averaging 96.8. The year before that, 96.5 miles per hour. And he throws that heater at a 44.1% clip this season. It was down to 19% in that game against the San Francisco Giants. But it's not just about the velo. Usually, when you hear pitchers talking about experiencing arm fatigue or dead arm, I've heard them say it's almost like you're driving a car, and as you're releasing the ball, you feel like it's pumping the brakes a little bit, like you're accelerating and someone kind of slams on the brakes slightly as you're releasing it, and you just don't get that same velocity. Now, is that the case with Walker Buehler? I don't think so, because if you look at his last start against the Reds, that velocity was back up. It was actually up 0.7 miles per hour from its yearly average. He averaged 96.1 miles per hour on his heater against the Reds. It topped out at 97.2, and I think you're going to see him continue to ramp up as the postseason rolls around. around, because we've seen Butane in the postseason. What does he do to get out of jams? He'll just throw it straight by people. We saw it against the Atlanta Braves. We saw it against the Tampa Bay Rays. He can really go up there. And I think what Walker Buehler does is he paces himself in the regular season. In the regular season, he'll drive that Porsche. He'll drive that Ferrari, that Lamborghini. And then when October rolls around, it's Bugatti Buehler. Look at the World Series last year. Against the Rays, he topped out at 98.8 miles per hour. That velo was up 1.5 miles per hour compared to his regular season averages. So that's what Butane does. We know he knows how to go up there, but it's not always about the velocity. When you see arm fatigue, a lot of times you're seeing guys miss their spot. So if you look at that high ERA in his last 4 starts, it's all mainly due to this bad start against the San Francisco Giants, where he gave up 6 runs, because the other 3 starts, he gave up 2 against the Braves in 7 innings pitched, 2 against the Padres in 7 innings pitched, and 3 against the Reds in 6 innings pitched. But if you see right here, he misses his spot to Brandon Belt, and he hits it out. He leaves that fastball low and in the middle of the plate, and he just hits it out. Here to Barnhart, he hangs a curveball top of the zone. He hits it for a single. That goes as an RBI single. Farmer scores on the play. And then right here, a slider that just hung there. And Farmer, he cranks it for a double to left. That scores another 2 runs for Cincinnati. So really, it's about executing those breaking pitches as well. It's not just about the heater. But I'm not concerned really about this arm fatigue that I hear people talking about with Walker Buehler. He's going to be fine. So yeah, has he been as sharp of late? No, he hasn't, but he's still putting up elite numbers. On the season, he's 14-4 with a 2.39 ERA, 194 punch-outs, a .96 whip. Has he fallen out of Cy Young contention? He probably has at this point. He can thank his own teammate Max Scherzer, who's gone into God mode. Mad Max has been outstanding since joining the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's posted a .78 ERA, 12.4 strikeouts per 9 in 58 innings pitched. So Mad Max has just gone mad in LA. And I've seen a lot of people out there, by the way, starting to say that, oh, Max Scherzer, he's going to be the best pitcher deadline trade ever, the best deadline deal. Remember who said that first? I'm not a big toot your own horn guy, but I've seen that a lot of places now. But I was saying that weeks, actually months ago now, when they made the trade. But it's all love. I'm just happy that that trade has worked out. It's been such a joy to watch Mad Max go out there and do his thing. And I think at this point, he's going to win his 4th Cy Young Award, and that's going to be special. So final thoughts on Walker Buehler. I don't think he's experiencing any serious arm fatigue or anything like that. I think it's all natural, considering it's a new career high in innings pitched. He's going to set a new career high in games started. I think that his arm might not be fatigued. I think his back is fatigued for carrying this team all season long. Max Scherzer's getting all the credit right now, and for good reason, and that's justifiable. But let's not forget that Walker Buehler has carried this team pretty much the entire season. He's been a rock for this rotation, and I think that he's a big adrenaline guy. Once the postseason rolls around, we are going to get razor-sharp Butane. I think he's got plenty of gas in that Bugatti, and also Butane has grown this year. He has evolved as a pitcher, a much more dynamic arsenal. He can get you out in a multitude of different ways. We see it with the knuckle curve, the slider, the cutter. The evolved Walker Buehler is still a flamethrower, but he's also much more dynamic of a pitcher. So let me know down below in the comments section, do you think he's experiencing any dead arm? And also, who'd you roll with between him and Max Scherzer for the wild card game? Me, I would have to go with Scherzer right now because of how dominant he's been. And also, you make that trade for him. What if he doesn't re-sign? At least you go to sleep knowing that you threw him out there and he either got the job done or he didn't, but it was still worth making that trade because you had to see how he would perform on that big stage, and I think he'd perform well and get the Dodgers to the NLDS. But let me know down below in the comments section. My name is Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. For all things Dodger baseball, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and if you want to see us post even more videos, smash that like button. For all latest Dodgers Nation merch, head over to gearup.la. For latest Dodgers news, head over to DodgersNation.com. Download the new Dodgers Nation app for my Android and iPhone users. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.